Hello, fishies! Welcome back to another one of our Smash Mural pieces. This week is about Shulk, which I didn't know much about, and apparently not a lot of other people do, because he is known as that weird shirtless dude on Smash Bros. By multiple people on the internet. So I looked into it a little bit because I was curious about the story because I don't know the story to a lot of these things. So I looked into it and there really wasn't too much about Shulk. I was pulled into a side quest in my research. So I found out that they live on the backs of gigantic titans and that the sword he's got is some sort of magical super sword, like the Elder Wand, but for swords. And he's got magical powers, and other people have magical powers, and they're called like Monado, I think. And that's why he's got like the little like kanji menu thing when you play him. That's his superpowers. He also can see the future, but that doesn't come up too often. Anyways, the side quest I got super invested in was learning about his love interest. Her name is Fiora, and she is his childhood best friend, and my husband absolutely loves that trope. He's doing a face. You can't see it, but it was there. Anyways, so they knew each other through childhood, and then they were just like, oh no, our colony's under attack. We gotta go, fight the bad guys, like this weird metal face dude. So Fiora ends up fighting this dude head on, like, blasts him with a cannon, and that does nothing. And then she gets stabbed to death, and that's really the beginning of that story. Um, and then, of course, Shulk is trying to regroup everyone afterwards and can't find her. And so, we find out that this metal face dude just stole her body and went back to wherever he goes. I think they have their own, like, encampment thing. And then they use her body to, like, be possessed by some spirit, and also she gets this weird mech armor. And, she basically is like, it was partially implied that she could have been kind of like the clones in like Star Wars, but they decided just to keep her specifically for this one main soul, whose name I forgot. I think it was Maleth or something like that. I don't know. The names are weird. Anyways, so this person takes over this body, and then they go, of course, try and fight Shulk again because Shulk's just like, they killed my woman and I need to avenge her. And then he knocks off the mask to this one. They're just kind of drones at that point. He knocks off the mask, and then it's just like, wait a second, that's my girl though. What's going on? Um, and then of course they're pretty distressed because she's not in control of her body. She's still there though. It's just kind of like she has no control or ability to pilot her own body. So he's pretty upset about that. And then they get into a big old fight. The soul possessing his girlfriend now is on their side as they go and fight the big bad named Zanzu or something. And the spirit possessing her body defends them, using all of its life force out of her body to just like block the final blow. And at that point, they can't do nothing, and she tries to hide the fact that now that there's not that Monado energy keeping her alive, she's gonna die if they don't do something. But she doesn't want to cause problems because who wants to cause problems? So she is keeping that information to herself, and they go about, she's just like, we just gotta go fight the big bad first. Because I guess they have regeneration chambers and they can just fix that problem, but that'll take like 6 months, and she just wants to get it all done first because she wants to be able to help. So they end up defeating Big Bad Dude, and she goes into said regeneration chamber for 6 months and is good as new, even though she died. So they get a happily ever after and have a son named Nicole. Yes, I am just as confused by that. But that's what I learned, okay? If anyone can correct me on any of those facts, I check this stuff on Wikipedia, so I could be totally wrong. But yeah, her story seems neat. And she has super special powers too, and hers are reading people's emotions and minds. So that's kind of neat. It's also one of the reasons she just doesn't want to be an inconvenience. Cause she's just like, I don't want to feel that drama on somebody else. But yeah, so everything works out well. They defeat the big bad and continue their life, and like I said, they have a son. Also, fun fact for you. They didn't do any concept art of the actual characters. They just kind of did the concept art of the outfits and made the characters after the fact. So, they just saw this outfit and thought, let's just throw a blonde boy in there. Well, I think my skunk looks great in it, though. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying my spark notes of what I learn about these random video games. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I've had a lot of fun with the series, but it's coming close to its end soon. And so I don't entirely know what's gonna happen after that. We'll see how it goes. But probably more art, just not necessarily related to Smash Bros. And you may not hear me ramble about random nonsense, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I hope you guys are enjoying the various series. That's not the proper way to say that, but it makes me happy that way. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying the series on this channel. If there is any requests or anything you would like to mention for us to try or figure out, just let us know. Make sure to, keep us in the loop, because this is mostly for us, but it's also kind of for you. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Bye!